Christa McAuliffe Elementary School is located in Germantown, Maryland, as part of the Montgomery County Public Education School System. It serves 630 students from pre-K through 5th grade and is in the Seneca Valley High School cluster. The population at our school proves to be diverse in various degrees including language, culture, and religion. In 2016, 16% of our students identified as Asian, 13% of our students as Black, 51% of our population is Latino, and 16% of our population is white. We also have 4% of students who identify as multiracial. Almost 60% of our students qualify for free and reduced meals. Christa McAuliffe uses a positive behavior intervention model to encourage appropriate behavior in the school building. Here, students are given care cards as a reward for good behavior. These care cards can be used to buy into activities that are planned by teachers. The goal for this kind of management system is to be able to reach 85% of the population. These students are considered our green zone students. An additional support system is needed to reach the next 10%, our yellow zone students. The final 5%, our red zone, are considered to need an in-depth comprehensive plan to address behavior. Recently, behavior of these students has been a major focal point of teacher concern in our school. Citing a lack of high expectations and staff support, teachers are frustrated at the overall behavior of students across all grades. In looking at the SWIS data from this school year, we can see the current populations of students by percentage and that demographic's current percentage of referrals. As you can see, there is a large disparity between the number of Black students that attend our school and the number of referrals that they are receiving. While Black students only make up 16% of our population, they are receiving 61% of the referrals overall. I wonder, is our school doing enough to reach our yellow and red zone students of color? And if not, what can be implemented to ensure that they are given an opportunity for growth and development? I'm sitting here with Peyton Middleton and Raul Toscana, both 4th grade teachers at Christa McAuliffe Elementary School, and we're going to talk a little bit today about the behavior management system that's set into place. So my first question for you is, what does the school-wide behavior management system look like at McAuliffe Elementary School?
So we follow a PBIS system. We have care cards that students earn for doing things they're supposed to be doing and showing caring behavior.
Is there anything else that's put into place individually that you guys use?
Each individual class has their own set of rules. They all adhere to the rules set upon the whole school.
And then developed, based off of whatever works best for the individual classroom? Okay. And how do you think this works for you as a teacher?
I think my classroom behavior management is better than our PBIS system, just because I think as the kids get older, they don't respond as well to some of the activities that they get from the PBIS events. So, like they do the dancing in the hallways. The older kids don't care about that as much as some of the younger kids. So I think that the events for it are less inspiring for them as opposed to some of the things we do in the classroom.
Do you feel like the students are motivated to do well, to earn the care cards that we give out, and to participate in the activities?
Our high flyers, I don't feel that our red zone kids are.
Okay.
I think it means very little to them.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I agree with that.
Okay. What do you think that we have lacking in our behavior management system here at McAuliffe?
I think that we see a lot of the same kids going to the office and coming back, and I think that we need to find other ways to support those students and the teachers.
I also noticed that a lot of our students who are going to the office aren't afraid to go to the office. They almost seem to enjoy that break from the classroom as opposed to dealing with you in the room. But then it's difficult to deal with them in the room because you have so many other kids to worry about at the same time.
Right. How many students are in your classrooms?
25.
I have 25.
Okay. What do you think is the cause for excessive documented behaviors at Christa McAuliffe Elementary?
I'm trying to think what most of mine are. Mine's a lot of disruptive behavior, talking back, disrespect, A lot of bullying other children in my classroom, destroying property.
Yeah, and I think that the cause of that is that they need more structure and or like a better system of punishment and reward that best fits the needs of the kids.
Okay, great. Thank you. What would you say the school needs to do to continue to develop in their behavior management?
I think we need to set really clear boundaries on consequences and treating the kids who are doing something they shouldn't be doing like they are doing something they shouldn't be doing, as opposed to saying, oh, you made this choice, you shouldn't have. Making sure that they understand clearly what is the consequence for what you're doing, because it's not okay.
I agree, and I think these expectations need to be put together by everyone, the teachers in the classroom, the interventionists, the administration in the office. I think everyone needs to have a say.
It's clear that teachers need additional support in managing the behavior at McAuliffe. But what specifically can be done to address behaviors in an effective and equitable way? How can teachers look at their own behavior management in a reflective way to see how trends and assumptions not only fulfill the stereotype of the students, but direct their reactions to behavior in the classroom? One idea is to begin using a method of behavior management system based off of Shauna King's model of consequences clinic. In this type of system, students and teachers must undergo a series of steps as a behavior is managed and a consequence is selected. Let's listen to two students who have experienced this type of behavior system firsthand. So I'm sitting here with Anthony and Jaden. They're former students of mine, now big second graders. And we're going to talk a little bit about the consequences that we used when we were in first grade. So tell me, do you remember using the red folder?
Yes.
What do you remember about it?
Well, I remember that whenever you do something bad,
you have to choose
you have
the red
to choose,
a consequence from the red folder.
And then, but Miss Kelly is gonna write your name right here, and then you gotta do your behavior, and then you gotta choose one of these four, and then that's all.
So when we were doing the behavior, when we were talking about the behavior, what were we talking about?
We were talking about what we were supposed to do right and what we were doing wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each time you get to choose, like, for example, buddy room. You can choose reflection or
the conference?
Yes.
When you would talk to another teacher about it?
Yes.
Okay. And so did you like using the red folder more than if I just gave you consequences that I thought you should have?
No.
Yes and no?
No.
Yeah. I go with Anthony.
You're going with no. So you did not like using the red folder.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Okay, you got
What would you prefer? Would you prefer to be able to choose your consequence? Something that you thought would work for you? Or would you rather me say, Jaden, you lost recess, and Anthony, I'm calling home? What would you prefer?
I'm choosing something here.
Why?
Because if we get a call to mom, that's going to be big trouble for us.
Yeah.
It is my belief that if we use the consequences clinic model to track behavior, we will have a better opportunity to discuss expectations with students and select appropriate consequences. In turn, we will see an improvement in behavior and a decrease in student referrals.